I'd like to call the Wednesday, February 25th, 2026 Policy and Academics Committee to order. A roll call, please.
Mr. Claude Glass.
Here.
Dr. Dennis Gia.
Here.
Mr. Henry LaFont.
Here. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Item 2, we will consider revisions to policy II, that's security. Dr. Burley.
Good evening. So I am here to propose changes to our test security policy that reflects the recent update to BSEE Bulletin 118, which guides test security for the state of Louisiana, and also is reflective of our current online testing practices. So recently, the LDOE made changes to Bulletin 118 related to cell phone possession in secure testing environments. So previously, if a student was found to have a cell phone in the testing environment, the cell phone was confiscated and checked for if there was secure test materials on the phone, if the student had recorded in some way or transmitted the materials in some way. If the student had, then the student's test would in fact be voided. But current policy says that if the student is found to have a cell phone in the testing environment and there is not a documented medical reason why the student has the device, that the test will be voided. The other changes to the policy reflect our current online testing practices. So you'll see student answer documents, student test booklets have been omitted from the policy because we no longer use those. All statewide testing is currently online. And I submit the proposal for your consideration.
Yes, so the recommended action is to approve revision to policy II, test security.
Motion, please. Henry. Second by Dr. Dennis. All right. Any public comment? Any voting questions or comments? If none, please, if you approve this, please say aye. Aye? Aye, aye. Aye, aye. No nays? It is approved. So I got to make this get on now. Item B, to consider revisions to policy GERK, annual leave. And that one goes to Dr.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate that. Submitting this evening for you for GBRK. There's a section you'll see there that we are trying to omit, and that is there for our agricultural teachers and our ROTC instructors. They are 240-day employees and earn vacation days, but due to the way this wording is placed there, they are not allowed to utilize that like all other 240-day employees. So we're asking that we would remove that portion of that statement for those individuals to be able to do that. This policy has been updated accordingly, reviewed by our department and our board attorney. It is in order, and I'm asking for your approval.
Motion, please. Motion by Dr. Dennis and second by Mr. Henry. Any discussion or comments from the public? Any from school board members? If none, please certify your approval by saying aye. 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 And it passes. Item C, to consider revisions to the instructional coach job position. Mr. Robbie Lee.
Yes, sir. Thank you again. Due to our recent reconfiguration where we now have a chief academic officer, we are asking that we would be able to remove the language that says secondary schools for instructional coaches. This would allow us to have a little more flexibility on what our CAO is able to do with the particular coaches in our area to utilize them wherever he feels the need to. We also had a couple of grammatical errors in blue there to correct as well, but this would be also in addition to a change there for the report where it says reports to, obviously, the CAO or his or her designate. I'm asking for your approval to make this change to the job description.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Motion? Motion by Mr. Henry, second by Mr. Dr. Giad. Any public comment? Any board comment or questions?
I'd like to ask, so just at the bottom, I know usually we put like revision date and stuff like that. Is that something that would be just an oversight or?
That will be added on the date of the board meeting when it is approved by the board. We add that date.
But I mean, the policy existed before is what I'm getting at.
Job description, yes, sir. You talking about when the original job description for secondary school instructional coach, that date you're talking about?
I guess that's what I'm getting at. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't,
Yes, sir.
it had to originate at some date.
Yes, sir.
And there's
we
no
can.
date.
Yes, sir. It's
Yeah.
not there.
I was
You're
just
right.
pointing it out.
We can make that. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions or concerns from board members? If not any, please certify your approval by saying aye. Aye. And motion passes. Number 3, academics, child welfare and attendance. Mr. Cook?
We begin by reviewing the PATH site. We currently have 3 active PATH sites separated by the region of the parent that they service. In the North PATH site, we are currently servicing 31 students working on site and 30 students working from home. Central PATH site currently has 18 students working at the site and 35 students working from home. South PATH site is our smallest site, currently servicing 3 students on site and 14 students working from home. In all PATH sites, there's a total of 52 students being serviced on site and 79 working virtually. Expulsion hearings this semester, we have scheduled and held 48 expulsion hearings. Of the hearings held, 10 were students in grades K through 5. We have 14 total expulsion hearings for students in the 6 to 8 window. Our high schools had the largest number of hearings, totaling 24. Truancy Court is held weekly at either Lockport or Tippett on a rotating basis. At the Lockport Truancy Court, we service students originating from the middle and southern parts of the parish. Our most recent court was held on February 12, 2026. At a docket of 15 families, and charges were filed on 4. At the Thibodeau Truancy Court, we serve the northern part of the parish. Our most recent court was held on February 4, 2026. We have 14 families on dockets, and charges were filed on 6 families. Fans request families needs of service is a coordinated effort to provide necessary resources to families and students who are at risk. We are currently awarded 23 requests for assistance this semester. Additionally, they have a conference coming up for FINS with a couple of judges from the parish that they're required to attend. Affidavits, and so far this semester, we have processed 9 affidavits for residency. And meetings attended by CW this semester. We have met with the Louisiana Attendance Alliance on January 12th and February 24th to attend the Boosh Parish Attendance and Procedures. We've also attended the LDOE System Leader Session 2 on January 23rd, 2026.
Thank you, sir, for your report. Any questions, Mr. Cook? Thank you. For your report. I wish I had a question for you, but very thorough.
Sounds like they've been busy.
Yeah, very good. Everything good. All right, 3B, technology. And then we'll go to,
Hi, good afternoon, or evening. I had 2 major projects I wanted to update you guys on. First is the multi-factor authentication, and I submitted this report yesterday, and it's already outdated because as of 2:33 this afternoon when I sent the email, we were able to successfully activate the multi-factor authentication. So now, when you log into your Outlook products, you will have the username, then a code to your text, and then a password. And the reason it does it that way, typing in the username finds you, and then if your password has been compromised, a person still would not be able to access it because they wouldn't get the text first. Whereas if you went the other way around, your password compromised and they could possibly alter your phone number for your text. We also activated an alternative method in case, like some of the schools, you might not get your text messages because of cell service. So there's an alternative method using the Rapid Identity app, and we included instructions in our email that was sent out to everyone today, and it's also linked here. So that's an update on that. And then another project that we're working on is the transition of our WAN. In December, Rev was awarded the WAN in addition to the internet services. So we've already initiated, actions to make the transition smooth. So it's ready to go on July 1 when the Unity contract is up. We've held an initial meeting with Rev. Josh and Craig, our network administrator, and our installation tech, did walkthroughs at every site with Rev and Grand Isle Shipyard. Rev is using Grand Isle Shipyard to do a lot of their work. So they visited each site to determine what wires needed to be pulled or construction that needed to be done. And so that way we're ready to go on July 1. We're keeping the principals updated on our visits, and we're trying to work around testing.
For your report, any questions before she is dismissed? Good. Thank you once again for your report. With no further business brought before, we are adjourned.